Hello everyone. Did you recently hear about the woman who died from a drug-induced immune deficiency? Well, that's not exactly the headlines out there in the media. See, there's a lot of misinformation and manipulation on the part of the media and the medical industry right now. See, if you read about it in the media, you'll see that a woman dies from measles, the first in 12 years. But the reality is she didn't die of measles, she died of pneumonia if you read into it. They want to blame the measles for causing the pneumonia, yet they admit she's been in the hospital being on drugs that suppress and weaken her immune system. This is a time for us to actually evaluate our healthcare system. See, even the CDC admits that 75,000 people every single year die as a result of going to the hospital. She could have acquired the measles virus, which they found in her blood after her death. She had no outward expression of the disease because her immune system was so suppressed by, again, the medications she was on. It was not the immune system was not suppressed by the measles, it was suppressed by the drugs. She could have very well acquired measles, the virus that is given in the live measles vaccine. Yes, you can acquire a measles infection because you were exposed to somebody who recently received a live virus vaccine, which the measles is exactly that. So I would like to know from the CDC, I'm asking the CDC, what is the strain? Is it the vaccine strain or was it the wild type strain? That's something that would actually answer the question to whether an unimmunized person could have even spread this. More than likely, again, we have more people walking around post-vaccination spreading the vaccine strain, which can affect. I wonder why hospitals actually tell the patients with cancer getting chemotherapy that destroys their immune system, they tell them, don't allow people who've been recently vaccinated with live virus vaccines, don't allow them to come visit because they could actually give you that illness and because your immune system is so weak. Therefore, you could catch that virus from that vaccine that the person got, just to make that note. But again, this woman died from pneumonia. She didn't die from measles. Measles schmeasles, that's my opinion. Because if we were actually focusing on the right things in our healthcare system, getting people healthy and well, getting the root cause, not treating symptoms and giving medications, I believe this woman would have been alive today by increasing her immune system, by correcting her immune system, by correcting and enhancing her health. Rather than enhancing health, we go to a medical system that actually suppresses symptoms and treats those things that don't actually get us healthy and give us drugs. See, saying that this woman died of measles would be like, you know what, pools. We should do away with all these swimming pools because people can drown in a swimming pool. Yes, the measles, if you're immune deficient or if you are actually nutrient deficient. See, in third world countries, they've done the research to show that children will not die unless they are nutrient deficient. We don't need a vaccine. We need nutrition to these children in third world countries. We need nutrition instead of a McDonald's diet. Sorry, McDonald's, I threw you under the bus. But anyways, this was not a cause of death from measles. It was a cause of death because we weakened this woman's immune system. To say pools cause people to drown would be like you discover a body in a pool, just like they did in the autopsy. They discover this body and they're looking at what happened, how this woman died. So they do the autopsy, and upon autopsy, after you found a drowned woman in a pool, you find that she had a cinder block tied to her legs. Those are the drugs. The cinder block is represented, or the cinder block represents the drugs. They weakened her to the point where she couldn't fight off an infection. Pneumonia occurs when your immune system is so weak, you can't fight off an infection. So think about strengthening your body. And remember, this woman did not die of the measles. She died of a drug-induced immune deficiency. And that's the Amos truth.